up guys, it's HASSEL on Down the Spiral. Today we'll be interviewing Aske, a well-known hip-hop rapper in Tucson, Arizona. We will go down his spiral and talk about his sound, his tour, and how COVID affected his career. I'm here with Aske. What's up, Aske?
What it do, gang?
We're about to do some art. We're going to paint Aske's name while I'm asking him questions.
Open wide, she got to fit it all. I don't deal with hoes unless my kids involved. 850.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like a two-tone fill. I kind of started already, but I sketched with the white, you feel me? And then I got the dark blue right here. So all the bottoms are gonna be dark blue, and then we'll do like a light blue on top.
All right, you started off, and I'm just gonna annoy you. Just kidding. I'm gonna ask you questions. So if you could describe your sound, what would it be?
My sound is original. I feel like, especially like here, that there's not one person that can sound like me, and you can't really say, like, there's bits of inspiration, don't get me wrong, but you can't ever say like, oh, Aske sounds exactly like, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like you can't say that, you know, because it's so authentic. Like everything is so genuine. You know what I mean? Like I don't have any other way of doing it. Like it's just my way, you know.
What do you think about 90s rap and what today is?
I grew up on 90s rap, so it has a special place in my heart. But hip hop is definitely evolving, and it's like either you could be one of those bitter, fake gatekeeper type of dudes, or you could just rock with what's happening and you adapt, you know, you just rock with whatever's happening. I think it's gotten better over time, like the rhyme schemes are better, production's better, but I definitely pay homage to the 90s because it's a big inspiration in what I'm doing still to this day, you know?
So, speaking of gatekeep, you're here in Tucson, right? You live here.
Right.
Do you think Tucson gatekeeps you? Like, do you feel like you're still underground, or you feel like you're evolving? Like, are you progressing? Like, how do you feel about that?
It's easy to think like, oh yeah, like Aske's underground or whatever. And I am to a certain extent, you feel me? But there comes a time where you have to progress and figure it out. And I think to some people, I have some fans that are like, yo, you're keeping it underground, bro. Like you're doing it, you know what I mean? But they think it's like kind of a positive thing. And it can be, but it could also be negative too, because I want people to, you know, show the music to other people, and I want to expand my fan base and things like that.
So, speaking of the game, you like went on tour not too long ago, correct?
Facts. Yes, I did go on tour.
So let me talk about that. I know COVID hit. Like, did that shit just like hit you like a brick, and you're just like, damn, like I can't tour anymore? Were you getting into that lifestyle? Yeah,
like COVID is like, it's messing up a lot of things. Obviously, like not being on the road definitely hurts. We just have to get creative with our approach and our hustles, you know what I mean? Like we have to find new things to do, like new bags. Like you just have to continuously find different nuances to the game. Like you can't just be like, oh, because we're not touring, like that's the end all be all. Like we're stuck at the crib, you know what I mean? Like we can't do that. So I'm finding new ways to get creative. I'm finding new hustles. I'm doing different things, and I feel like once things are open again, like I'm definitely gonna be back on the road, like for sure. I think that's huge. Like I really recommend artists to get on the road as much as possible. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just finding new things to do right now. Still staying busy, still recording, still dropping, just still, you know.
What's the craziest story you can tell me that happened on tour?
I'll bring up one that's kind of funny. So one time we were on our way to Pendleton, Oregon, man, and I've never been there in my life. So shout out to Oregon. But we went out there and we did all the driving, obviously. And it was my boy Billy's turn. Shout out Billy Winfield, that's my dog. Billy Winfield was driving, and he was on the phone with his girlfriend, and he was telling her bye. I was asleep, and we're on the road or whatever, and all of a sudden I get woken up. I hear it, like, so like we stop or whatever, and we're like, yo, like what happened? And Billy hit like a bumper in the road. So we were stuck. Like we had to like change the spare or whatever, and we did that. We had to get a tire on, obviously, you know, because I mean we're going cross country or whatever. Like we got to get tires. So we were looking for a tire shop, and we ended up in what was it called? It was Baker City Baker City, Oregon, and we were there. And what happened, man? We told the people what was going down with the tire or whatever, and they're like, "Cool, just leave us the keys." So we went to go to a diner, and while that happened, they went and they changed the tire without us knowing. And we came back, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be like $200 for the tire." So we were like, "Yo," like we told them we were gonna make a few phone calls before we wanted to lock in the tire or whatever. And they went and just changed it, man. They just went and changed it, and they're like, "Yeah, we changed the tire." And some old man ended up paying for it. Yeah, so shout out to the old man, but yeah, he paid for the tire, and we got out of there. But yeah, it was super scary because it was a small town. I was like, "Yo, we're gonna die if we don't pay him."
So tell me about the difference of the audience here in Tucson and like going on tour.
I feel like going on tour is like, you kind of have like a celebrity status.
Get the cheapest coca out in Sinaloa. Hey, you went from out here toting chivos when the niggas show up. Dime que me ama, bitches say they love me. Tirando leche, I'm a double, she ain't running.